Congratulations, you have built yourself a very beautiful life. Undoubtedly, you've worked very hard to get here and made a lot of sacrifices. Professionally, you're right where you wanted to be. This is the success you'd always been hoping for. You have a great team of people who report to you and respect you and look up to you. You have great clients, business is thriving beyond your expectations. You're making more money than you ever thought possible, especially at this point in life. Great family, good friends. Heck, you might even play pickleball on Saturday mornings. But inside, there's a quiet voice that keeps saying, something's missing. You can't quite name it, and that's what's making this even more frustrating. You've never felt this way before, and you've always been able to figure everything else out, but something about this is different. Most people don't talk about this stage in life because it makes them feel like they're being ungrateful. So many of us grew up being told that we're supposed to be grateful for what we have and not desire what we don't. As a highly successful person who's achieved what you have, I want to tell you something. Gratuity and desire are no longer mutually exclusive. You're allowed to be grateful for all of the abundance you've created, and you're allowed to desire more. This isn't a failure. This restlessness, it's not that you did something wrong. It's that your intuition is trying to get your attention and tell you something. I know this story all too well. I was on top of the world a few years ago. I had a sales and marketing agency that was putting more than $1 million a year in my pocket. I built that. I started from the very beginning, and almost immediately, I was met with what I would call worry. I didn't know emotional health mattered. I didn't have the vocabulary for things like anxiety or stress. I just knew to push. I knew to push past discomfort. I numbed with wine in the evenings, marijuana during the days. I smoked cigarettes nonstop. I did anything I could to try to alleviate the feeling I had inside, to numb my intuition. And in some ways, it worked. I grew the business to where it was wildly successful. In other ways, not so much. I ended up in the hospital 2 times. 2 times I went to the emergency room thinking I was having a heart attack, only to find out later it was a panic attack. I had panic attacks so bad that kept me from driving for 2 years while I avoided what my life was trying to tell me. My life wasn't telling me to blow it up or anything. It was telling me that I was supposed to be prioritizing other things beyond just making more and more money. Once I stopped looking at that feeling, the intuition that my body was trying to get my attention with as an enemy, and started honoring it as a compass, everything in my life changed. I can't believe that I'm sitting here in front of you about to say this. I don't suffer from anxiety really at all anymore. I know that's a tall order and it sounds wild. I've come to realize, though, for most of us, anxiety is nothing more than our inner needs not matching our external environment, and there being conflict around that. As a lifestyle first coach for highly successful people, no one comes my way and says that there's this voice whispering at them for more unless they have some margin. It doesn't mean that you're rolling in money, but it means that there is this freedom. There is a little bit of freedom that you can listen to that voice and prioritize what your life is trying to tell you. I'll tell you one thing. After working with hundreds of different high-level people, no one has ever come my way and said, "Hey, Matt, I have enough money where I can totally pay attention to my intuition and feel no discomfort." You're here still listening because you know that you can't go on this way for too much longer. You have a beautiful life ahead of you, and you're supposed to be enjoying it. I want to invite you to book a special breakthrough call with me. If you want to talk about what's going on, I can be a sounding board, listen to what's going on, and tell you what I observe, what I think is trying to make its way through. I've worked with hundreds of people and helped them gracefully through these transitions where there's a change that needs to be honored. You might be in LA if you're watching this, and I also host the Friday Brunch Club in my my dining room in Hancock Park, where I invite high-level executives and business leaders just like you into my house for a home-cooked brunch. Many people who are considering working closer with me find this as a great entry point to get to spend some time with me and experience the type of work that I do. I welcome you to reach out for the phone call or for the Friday Brunch Club, and I would love to meet you if this resonates at all. Thank you for listening, and I wish you well.